wet, it's cold, it smells like fall. I love it. Alright guys, welcome back. We are up at the haunt today. As promised, we are back from Florida and right back into the haunt stuff. So, let me give you a rundown of what we're going to be working on today. There won't be loads of stuff that we do today because we've got a few things that we have to acquire still. So let me give you a list of everything that needs to be knocked out in here before it's finally completely done. Alright, so I have a few bags of this kind of mossy kind of foliage stuff. And I'm going to be using that to add like a 3D kind of moss effect. So like here on our desk, eating up stuff over there. Put some on this stuff, some over here, some on our water fountain for sure. Kind of just sprinkled all over to make it look all moldy and nasty in here. So I guess I can also show you this. This is the room after it has been distressed. So this is all the plants are up, all the props are up. I posted this on Hunter's Hangout if you guys were able to check that out. Did not vlog this because I was trying to just get it done before we left. So I really wanted to have all of our plants done, our spraying done, all of our bugs up and stuff before we left so we could stay on track. And we did, so everything is all propped out. And as usual, we went hyper realistic with propping and stuff. Stack of books, some shit underneath. That thing actually works, so we'll have that on. I've got plants and stuff coming out of our phone. Over there I've got clock. On top of it there is a pack of gum. It's actually an old one. A pop bottle right in back of it. Another phone over there. We've got our check-in book here, which I'll be making look all gross. I can show you guys this. Visitors must sign in, which we have here, as well as there on that wall right there, and right here on this wall right there. So more details. We have plans of running LEDs here in our lights so that those have actual lights in them. And then we want to hook up a speaker in this so it's playing some kind of like a dial tone or something like that. So a quick look at all these props that I put in this suitcase. Pretty cool. Our TV is up there now and that'll be playing something on it. So I still have to do distressing in this room. I didn't get this room completely done because I'll have to mix up some more paints and just do this last little section here, but this room is pretty much complete. So apart from that, probably maybe tonight we can get the stuff and then we can build it tomorrow. We are building our lattice across this, so we have a gate across that, or at least it looks like a gate. I'm going to use some kind of a paint or something and hit all of our glass over here so that it kind of stands out against our blank background. And then we've got a bunch of posters that I've had Stefan working on all week, which he should be ordering very soon if he hasn't already. But they'll go like right here. I'll have one here, one over there on this part here, a big sign up there, one here, one up here, all over the place. So that's going to be another project. We'll also have one right here, but I think today the two projects I think I can knock out, or three projects we can do, our glass on our windows, as well as the rest of our rusting on that to make them not look so orange and make them look more realistic. Our mosses, and we're going to work our books for this thing so we can get that all done. And yeah, I should have a few people coming up here to help me, so it should make stuff go pretty quickly. Also, we're going to do this book, so let's get to it. Alright, so I'm starting with our mosses here, and these are what's going to really add some great great small details to this room and make it look really overgrown. Right now, yes, there's a lot of plants, but I need to like kind of fill in the spaces all over the place. So what I've done here is I've taken my contact cement and I painted it on. You can see it right here. I ran it up our corner. I put a bit here in our ashtray, a bit on the side, and I ran it kind of down. So this moss is like growing here and growing over all this stuff. It's going to be real cool when it's done. I'm going to apply that on there once it gets kind of sticky. It's going to look real good. Alright, so here is my first patch of moss. See, I got it growing up this thing. It's real good. And the camera's making it look a lot brighter than it actually is. Even after this, I'm going to hit it with probably some brown spray paint to create some kind of variation in there. I also have it here in the ashtray and on top, but I'm going to do a bunch more, show you guys progress. Alright guys, so here's a little more that I've got done. I'll show you everything. I got this one right here coming down around our sign-in sign. Did this little kind of patch here, little on the books, and over here on this radio, mossy moss. So some people might say that like these small details like on our books, on our radio, stuff like that are too much and like the audience won't ever see them and stuff like that. I argue that I would see them if I was walking through a haunted house. Haunters will see them. I like to build our haunt kind of from two levels, the general audience and then for haunters, because I want you guys to come here. I want there's a part of me that wants to be looked at as a really good haunted house amongst other haunters. So I build it also for you guys, for those people that come through and will look at all those small details. Review teams, you got to treat them just like haunters. They're coming through and looking at all those small details. And on top of it, I build a haunted house that you could come in right now and shoot a movie in here. And it looks, everything is completely detailed. Then when I need to make a promo, it's very easy. I don't have to worry about, adding stuff because it's already done. It's already ready to go. If people want to come in and make a music video, a rap video, whatever they want to come in and shoot news stuff, it's ready to go. This is the way you get that stuff. You watch on YouTube and you say, oh, why are they on the news and I'm not? Well, this is stuff that you have to do to get on those kinds of things. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to get back to it, start adding some more moss. I got a lot of bags. I've made it through 1 and like a half so far. I got a lot more. I'm going to keep some of it so we can add it on our gate across here, as well as on our books and stuff over there once that's done. But I'm going to use up a few more. A lot of it will be on here, on our chairs right here, our water fountain, our table, our chair over there. Corners and stuff is where some mosses would grow. So anyway, I'm going to keep at it. Alright, so I hit these with a bit of spray paint. Now you can see much darker. They have greens and browns, adding kind of a dirt effect to it. The spray paint also helps to kind of act as a glue on top, so that the stuff that's on top that's not actually touching the adhesive won't really like fall off, or it's harder to kind of wipe off because this is right in the audience walkway, so it's pretty likely that they're going to come through and try to touch it. So you have to add as much kind of protection against that as you can. So I've got our windows done. For our darkness on this, I just hit it with spray paint and amber shellac. Same thing on our windows. Basically just hit them real heavy with spray paint, so it had like actual spray paint on there. And then I just kind of wiped it up with the amber, smeared it all over to make them look fucking dirty. Same thing happened on these ones. You can see it just makes it look like some nasty glass that hasn't been cleaned in who knows how long. Because if you use just the spray paint, it dries and it looks kind of matte, but with the liquid it looks natural. It makes it look like there's just something on there. It's been raining or whatever. It makes areas where it's still transparent. Looks very cool. But Lily's over here working our mosses. She's doing a very good job. And Eric's over here working our books for our bookshelf. How's it going, Eric?
It's going.
Sweet. Knocking it out?
We're getting it.
How many are left?
1, 2,
Because I bought quite a few.
about 5 or 6.
So, okay. Alright, yeah, it looks like there's a lot, so cool. So here's how we are creating our prop bookshelf. I guess I could show you guys this. It's something that a lot of you might want in your haunted house. Basically, I went to the Goodwill, and when you go to the Goodwill, they'll have a whole area of books, but you need to kind of look, because they'll all have a dust jacket or a dust cover or whatever it's called on them. You don't really want those, because you won't find just old books. You're gonna find a bunch of books on a bunch of bullshit. So I actually found some pretty cool books when I went, and I actually kept those. But anyway, basically how we are doing this and how I've done this in the past is you take a book and you rip out the whole inside. All those pages are just kind of glued in there, so rip them out, and then you'll cut. We chopped ours down to the proper length that we needed, because our bookshelf is not as deep as a lot of these books, because it's got an actor in back of it, and then we're just taking chunks of wood and gluing them in there just like that. So you can see here we've ripped out everything. Little bit of wood glue. He's just placing it in there and basically creating the inside of a prop book, because the audience won't see any of our backs or tops or anything. They're just looking at our spine. So from this side, they just look like a bunch of books. So once those are dry, we will actually glue them into our shelves, and then it'll look like a bookcase. So little trick you can incorporate into your show. Alright, so here is a bit of progress on our bookshelf. Eric's still working. We had to get more books. Luckily we got a bunch out of the attic that we were acquiring props through the other day. So anyway, he's propping this all out, and then once we have it all propped out and that's all on there, we're going to run a cage across this, and then put trim around it and down our middle, like there's a pair of doors there that we're holding it in or something like that. So yeah, that's the project. Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to start our costume prep for Transworld. This is the first year that we are having a booth at the trade show, so we have a lot of stuff to do. We've never done a trade show before, ever. The closest thing we've ever done was like Zombie Walk, where we just did like airbrush makeup and stuff like that. So we're going in this, diving in with both feet. So let me kind of show you everything that I have to do. Here we've got a whole box of jumpsuits that need to be done. I gotta make masks, more jumpsuits here. This whole area is all costumes that are going to the trade show. So it's gonna be busy. We got a lot of stuff to do. We got a lot of stuff. We have to do all the costumes. We have to box them up, prep them to go to St. Louis. It is January 8th, and Transworld's at the end of March. So we got to get all this shit done. So I'm going to start. I'm going to show you guys the progress as I go. Alright, so step one is done. I've got 3 boxes here of masks. These are our masks that we used in the Christmas show. The Krampus masks have all been bought by someone, so I'm not packaging those up. So now I'm going to start working with these costumes. We need to get them all ripped up and painted up and boxed up. So here we go. Alright, so we got 3 of these jumpsuits ripped up, painted, and bloodied up. 2 more that they were over here working on, and then 1 more that's ready to be painted. I had Devin over here working on patching molds. You can see like right here was a spot where it's patched. There's a few more holes around it. She got 2 more molds to work on, but she had to leave, so when she comes back, we will have her finish the rest of that, so we can start cranking up masks again, and they don't have giant holes in them. So we've got these two, and then we've got, let's see, 4 more up here on the shelf to get done, and then we can start working on other shit. The jumpsuits are hard because they don't rip easy. They're made to be pretty durable, so once these are done, a lot of the shit's gonna start moving a lot faster. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, and welcome back. So we are up at the haunt again. Finally back up here to do some work, at least with the camera. I've been here for about a week or so, working, just not vlogging because we're really trying to get some stuff done. But let me show you everything that we've done. So here's the progress on our booth. We've been kind of building it all. All of our legs are built. We're really just putting it up now. So this is like the full length of our booth. So the only part that's not on here is this piece. Will end up here. And then you'll have one more of these coming off of this. So that's gonna be our booth. Once we have it all up, we'll start adding our crossbars and hanging our costumes, our masks, our signs, everything that we are making for the trade show. So let me show you some more. Here is the newest mask that I've created. Very creepy, very old school. I like it a lot. It looks very scary on a person. If you would like one, they will be available at the trade show. Haunted Hills at Transworld. So here is our updated build in our pharmacy. This is the new room. So we've got a few things left to wrap up. Like we ripped out all this old drywall because it got ripped up when we were chopping out our door. We put in a new doorway here. This is obviously all new. We just finished with the plywood yesterday, so now we're going to start with like our roof, our trim, everything in here. Right here is where we had a doorway that went into the courtyard, but no one ever used it, and it was right next to the audience, so we didn't want that there anymore, so we just framed it in, skinned over it. Now it's good. This chunk of plywood was always screwed up, so we just replaced it too. You can see there's like more here. We need to skin this, so that's done. We need to build a door right there. Get this really looking nice. Once Valentine's is over and we move on to working on the laundry room, no, this door is going to stay right here. So yeah, this wall will end up staying here. We'll probably add an actual door, but yeah. So anyway, let's show you what else. So here is the 99 almost done completed product of the reception room. The only thing that's not up in here is our posters that we'll have all over here. So like here, up here, over there, above this, above that, everywhere. Apart from that, everything in this room is done, and that's just not up yet because we haven't ordered them yet. We're kind of waiting because we're ordering a lot, so we want to order them all at one time. So anyway, let me just show you everything. We've got a cork board up here that we're planning on. I'm putting a lot of missing person stuff, as well as ads for kind of businesses that are in Hills Hollow, which is our town that we've created that kind of surrounds this institution. I went and I added a curtain rod and a curtain, and when we light our windows from in back, it's going to look really, really cool. Here you've got the scare box. So this door is just for actor access, and then this is on a pair of chains, and it will drop out and make a loud noise, and then the actor can attack through there. So I got to hang some kind of a black cloth here so the actor can hide, but other than that, that's done. We went ahead and added a typewriter up here that we found up in Stefan's attic, and we've all been signing our names to the sign-in sheet and making up little businesses and stuff like that, so that it looks like there was a bunch of people here. And we also added the date that the haunted house is happening in, which is Halloween of 1943. So that's getting done very quickly. Yeah, lots of stuff went on here. Our bookshelf is done, all painted, all propped, very nice. Drop panel's done. We got a curtain on this, and I added a little more propping right here. If I can hit this with some spider webs, that'll be great. yeah, I just felt there wasn't anything here, and I wanted there to be. So now there is. Looks nice. Our our TV is up here in our door. So all that's left on this is we have to hook up a player in back. So that's ready to go. We added our broken glass here, but then you could just tell that there's like a TV. So we added a double pane of broken glass, and then once it plays, it'll all look really good. So yeah, today I'm gonna be working over here in oh, also we skinned this hallway so that this wall will actually be a part of our scene. We have to add an exit here so that they go this way, but these two walls and whatever left on that last wall there will actually be a part of our room, where they can look through and they actually see a hallway that they never experienced. It's a little kind of a trick to make it look like the building that they're walking through is much larger than it actually is, that there's places that they don't get to walk to, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to start adding our trim boards in here. Yesterday I built our door, but it's slightly too large, so I got to chop that down so we can add hinges on it and actually swing. So yeah, here we go. Alright guys, so I built this whole door, I skinned it on both sides, and we hung it up with our hinges so that now the actor can have our doctors actually locked out of our box here. And it'll look like a patient has kind of taken over our dispensary here. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. So that's the idea, is that our doctor and one patient are locked out here, and another patient has kind of locked himself in here, so now he gets to play with all the drugs. And now we have a group on this side and a group on this side, so it just makes our checkpoint more kind of functional than it was in the past. So the next step is we're going to start hanging up all of our trim, installing our counters on top of all these. Once it's all trimmed and stuff, we need to put in our cages on our roof, and then we'll be ready to paint. So here we go. Alright guys, a little bit of progress. My dad was able to put all our plywood up on here. We're going to run a chair rail across here. After I add like our trim all around our door, we're going to run a chair rail from here to the window there, which will also have trim around it. Because this drywall and this plywood are not the same size, so there's a gap here, and that'll look kind of fucked up. So, but I got trim all the way around the bottom of this and all the way around the top. Here we were a little bit kind of short on our ends, so what I did, haunted house stuff, was I just broke it, made it look like it's broken and it's kind of falling down, and then I liked that, so I did the same thing on purpose over here, where it's got a chunk broken out of it. But we did our 45s on all those, and we're working on the trim around these other windows, but hit a little snag because we chopped the angles the wrong way. Chopping angles on trim is hard stuff. You really have to kind of think about the orientation of everything. So like on our bottom piece, our fat side is inside. Well, then when you line up the angle on this, it puts the skinny side on the inside, and that's not good, because then you end up with this fucked up kind of thing right here where it doesn't line up. So we need this angle to go the other way. So on the rest of them, we're gonna fix that. So anyway, we have to head out of here for the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, we're up at the haunt again. Well, I'm up at the haunt again. Jacob should be heading up here pretty soon. He's gonna work on some more stuff over there in our pharmacy. I was up here yesterday. I got the rest of our trim up around our windows, all of them around our whole box there, and our door. I can show you that a little later. Today I'm going to be working a bunch of costumes for Transworld, for our booth. We are almost done with these jumpsuits that are really fucking hard to work on, because they're just really, really tough. Once those are done, it's just going to be kind of rocking and rolling shit out, because the rest of the stuff is easy. It's not so rip resistant and stuff. So ripping it up and stuff like that is going to be a lot easier. So anyway, I think I've got like 1, maybe 2 left. Let me see. Maybe none left. Well, there's 1 and here's 2. So I've got 2 left that I need to rip up, and it looks like about 3 or 4 that I need to paint. That'll be quick. And I'm going to start actually hanging stuff out here on our booth where it's going to go. So we got this clothing rack from Stefan's grandma's house, so it was free and it's awesome. I love it. We'll use it for our booth, and we'll probably also end up using it in the laundry room over there in our scene, as long as we have enough space. And then we'll be running these clothing racks like along here and all along this, hanging stuff up there, stuff like that. So I'm gonna start working these jumpsuits. Hopefully I can get those done today and start moving on to the other jumpsuits. We've got, I think, 6 of these ones right here, which are the kind of more heavy duty ones, and then I've got 34 of this whole box is all jumpsuits. These other ones, which are less heavy duty, more comfortable if you ask me, but anyway, hey look, a quarter. Anyway, we're going to be working that. I need to get this mask done. I need to put something so its ear stays up, and then I have to sculpt a new Krampus mask. I've got to put some horns on a mask, and I've got a bunch of other masks that I have to sculpt for our St. Patrick's haunt, which is a week before Transworld. So I have to sculpt for St. Patrick's Day and for Transworld at the same time. So I'm going to try to make everything I sculpt for St. Patrick's Day something that I can take to the trade show, while throwing in a few masks that we won't use at St. Patrick's Day that I just want to make because they're cool. So anyway, I'm going to start working these fucking costumes. Hopefully I get some help. So here we go. Alright guys, so here is everything we've knocked out so far. I've got 8 of these jumpsuits knocked out right now. 1 more up here that's already airbrushed. I got spray painted. I got 1 more right there that needs to be airbrushed, spray painted, mudded, blooded, and then we could start on these other jumpsuits, which are darker, but that'll be right. Cannot wait to get these fucking jumpsuits done. I'm tired of working on jumpsuits. And it looks like we've got some in here that are also gray, so that'll be cool to work on those too. But just to show you guys, so I got Josh and LeSean over here, and Eric's here too, but we got all these jumpsuits. They're working those ones. And then we got all this stuff in here. We got like all these coats, all this stuff hanging up here. Just boxes and boxes of shit in here. And we need to get all of this done so we can kind of see what we have, so we can start to round up more stuff from like the Goodwills and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. Alright guys, so new day. Quick update. Eric has hit our last one of these ones with the airbrush. So I'm gonna hit this with spray paint, our blood, our stains, all that stuff, and then those will be done. And Eric's starting the airbrushing now on our navy ones, our jumpsuits, and Lily's over here working on ripping up some more. We got all these ones on the ground, and then whatever's left in the box. So once the jumpsuits are done, we'll be able to move on to like the other stuff. I just built this shelf to hold our molds because we are accumulating a lot of them, so we needed to get somewhere to hold them. I've got a few more around here somewhere that I'm going to throw in there. So yeah, that's done. And Eric cleaned up in here yesterday so that we have some room to work. But I'm going to spray paint this. I'm going to blood it, all that stuff, and we're going to keep cranking these costumes out. I don't know if Jacob's coming up here today or what. He should be, because once Joe is off work, we should be going to the hardware store to get the rest of the stuff to wrap up our pharmacy, as well as I need spray paint and brushes to keep working on this stuff. We worked on our signs and stuff for our booth last night. It's going to be really cool when it's all done. and we worked on our layout and what we're planning on having everywhere. So it's gonna be very cool once it's all done. So anyway, I'm gonna hop in there, start working on these jumpsuits. I'll show you our progress. All right, so we found a little problem. All right, so these ones are much darker than these ones, at least when these ones start out. So these ones, when we hit all our holes with the black, they look great. These ones, we hit the holes with the black and it doesn't really show up. Like you can see, like, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. So we're gonna use white instead to highlight all our holes, and then when I hit it with the brown spray paint, it's gonna knock it all down and kind of blend it all in so it all looks real good. So but we're gonna try this out, see how it looks. So here is the jumpsuit after we've sprayed it with our white. I'm gonna hit it now with our brown, try to bring that all down, blend it in, just make it look nasty. And then on this one, I think I'm gonna use, I don't know what kind of spray paints I got. I've got some green. I'm gonna try and use some green on these ones, give it kind of a rust, nasty kind of look. So here we go. All right, guys, so a few hours later, let me show you a couple of things. So I made this out of a knee pad I found, kind of a cool little thing. We'll have these at the trade show. This was kind of a test using the hot knife, which I've never used, so I wanted to see what all it could do. So I did a few scratches, these little kind of decorated lines, a bunch of jabs and stuff. And then I did kind of a rusty, old, kind of bronze kind of paint job. I liked how it came out, and I think there's a lot of stuff I can do now that I've got some experience. I bought a few other kinds of spray paint to hit those with. If you're interested in those, we'll have them at the trade show. If you have any ideas for what I can do on them, leave it in the comments. I have sold our Krampus masks and our doll masks. Those will be going out to a buyer. Super excited about that. If you guys are interested in any of the Christmas haunt masks, I have a few of those left. And now we just got our booth done. So here it is. Clothing racks are up. All the walls and stuff are up. Everything's ready to go. So what's left is we have to get the rest of our jumpsuits done, which are all over there in that box. All of these coats we need to order and do all of our undershirts, and then everything else that'll go right here in this space. We need to order our banners, make our TV for the haunt show going on over there, and just a lot of stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of working on this. We've got our Valentine's haunt coming up very quickly, so tomorrow we're actually shooting a promo for that. But anyway, it's gonna be it for the night. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Justin L, tuning out. You stay scary.